What's going on, Meta fam? We got a great update here for today's video. So first, let's get to it here. We got Jennifer posted here on Twitter. She also put this on the Facebook group, but we're going to read her actual Twitter post here where she submitted questions in to the CEO of NextBridge. That's right, Mr. Clifton Du Bois. She said, "Mission accomplished. Thanks for all your smart questions, MMTLP." Here is the questions right here. Hi, Clifton. How are you? Hope your weekend has been amazing. And I just wanted to follow up on investor questions. I worked across social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and collected questions that seem to center around NextBridge, investors/stocks, and communications. I have attached the questions for you to review. Thank you so much for taking the time out to read our document. We appreciate it so much. Please let me know what you think. And if you need anything else, have a great rest of your weekend. So the questions are submitted, and I have a little breakdown of this. We're not going to go over all the questions, but we have a summary of how many's out there in each category. So I messaged Jen on Facebook. We got the breakdown, and I do have a little bit of information we're going to touch on here as well. So there's three different sets of questions. The one's going to be like NBH NextBridge questions. Another category is going to be the stock and shareholder questions. And another one will be communication questions. And there is 13 company questions with multiple parts of each questions. We got 42 investor stock questions, multiple parts. Most of them were asked there on Facebook. And each question seemed to have a main question with sub-questions under it. And there is a total of 5 pages typed of questions, guys. So there is a lot of questions. Now, me just thinking here that he will have to review these questions with his legal team, the lawyers, and they will probably only be able to answer the ones that they're legally able to answer for. And Jennifer did put that question in for me because he might not be legally allowed to answer all the questions. And the one thing I was going to ask is that she put in there, and where can we find these frequently asked questions? So once we get that update, I will keep you up to date. So whether it's going to be back in an email to Jennifer or they're going to put it on the NextBridge website, which is a possibility. I think they mentioned they may put it under a FAQ section on the NextBridge website. So once we get official word of that, I will keep you up to date of where those questions and answers will be. And I'm sure they'll probably come out with some kind of statement because they were worried that if they did like an interview, people could cut and paste words and things like that. But if it's officially on their website, they got to review the questions, their lawyer went over it, and they get legal advice of how to answer the questions. It should be like hopefully very good to go, and we shouldn't have any questions. So I want to thank everyone that has submitted a question to Jennifer, either on she was checking my YouTube videos, she's been checking my Twitter post, and got your questions from those videos, from your tweets and your posts. So she has a ton of questions out there. I'll be excited to see what Clifton can answer. All right, moving on here. Our buddy Drew at Free Commercials has a great post out here. So Congress is asking what we want for MMTLP. And he has 3 things that we want, and we agree with this 100%. Number 1 is to force FINRA to reverse the corporate action and reissue the Series A preferred shares. Number 2, force FINRA to demand that shares be reconciled via open market. And number 3, force FINRA to demand all 105 broker-dealers to participate, nothing less. And that is very well put right there. So thank you again from Drew, our buddy at Free Commercials here on Twitter. And Jeffrey Irons here has this post that talks about where TD Ameritrade says how it was supposed to be on the 9th and the 12th, which likely TD knew what was to occur. So this is an email here that he has. I'll just bring it up here and kind of, you can see this is very interesting too. Which I think Radio Drew post down here. It says from the Institutional Message Center. And I wanted to point that out because, I'm sorry, it was actually Tim James said, notice this message is from the Institution Message Center, not the Message Center Client Services. How many emails have you seen where it says the Message Client Center, and this is the Institutional Message Center? And here you can see, it talks about the settled positions and gives all the information here. Maybe we'll come back to that. We got John Berta here over the weekend, we got this post out here from Scott saying, simple start. Demand the blue sheet investigation of MMTLP. Trading has stopped. Force a simple real count of shares DTC versus BDs and market makers. And John Berta says, agreed. And the folks I am working with Congress have 45 questions to ask FINRA. This is one of them. If FINRA does not have this information by now, they are truly complicit. So yeah, I know they've been reaching out to them so much, and they have not got a reply. And John Berta's questions, he submitted this as one of the questions as well that Scott has asked. Our buddy here, Bristow Types, has this post out as well I wanted to highlight. These comments are from Dave Lauer, tonight's Make Great edition. FINRA probably won't answer, but it's becoming difficult for anyone to claim that they haven't dropped the ball. Here is the actual post, and let me adjust this. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. The ongoing question, how do short position holders resolve their liability for NextBridge common stock? And that was a quote from Cromwell Coulson, president and CEO of the OTC markets on February 6, 23. FINRA has really screwed up this entire situation, and the lack of transparency has been erroneous. Individual investors were misled. This is not okay. FINRA needs to come out and be radically transparent. They need to explain exactly what happened and what the full share count or audit shows. Even if under investigation, if the books are reconciled, that needs to be shown. If they're not, then that needs to happen. And that was a quote from Dave Lauer, the FINRA Market Regulations Committee member, and that was on February 24th, 2023. Here we got another Dave Lauer quote. It's been greater than 90 days since the MMTLP situation unfolded, and there still hasn't been a statement issued by FINRA. These investors are stuck and feeling abandoned by those who are supposed to protect them. FINRA should at least come out with an explanation in the data. People are hurting. And this was Dave Lauer again on March the 9th. So literally, I believe this was Thursday or Friday. And we also got another one down here. It's been 90 days since MMTLP folded. Yes, that's the same way. Just put it down there as well. So just wanted to make sure we got that in there. And let's take a look at this email here from the TD Ameritrade. We'll touch base. It says, hello, Tim. Thank you for your time. I wonder if I can zoom in on that, make it even easier to read. There we go. Thank you for your time to respond to our message, and hope you're having a wonderful day so far. My name is Bob, and I'm happy to continue helping with your account today. We did receive some information about MMTLP. These are the details and guidance they provided. And keep in mind, this email was on December 9th, 2022 at 9:30. Here you can see. MMTLP shareholders with settled positions as of 12/12, the record date, will receive 1 share of NextBridge Hydrocarbons for every 1 share of MMTLP. Scheduled pay date for the distribution is 12/14. New long buys that MMTLP executed after 12/8 will not receive NextBridge Hydrocarbon shares as such after market close on 12/8. New long buy orders placed after market close on 12/8 will be routed to review and canceled. New closing sell orders in MMTLP should be routed normally, but there may be liquidity issues on 12/9 and 12/12. Currently open long buy orders that are GTC will be canceled after market close on 12/8. In addition, MMTLP shares will be canceled on 12/13 and no trading will occur. Clients should trade or hold this security at their own risk. Hope this helps. Being a client, TD Ameritrade, blah, blah, blah. And here you can see this is Robert Mangan at the client service, but it's from the Institutional Message Center, and we usually see these come from the, I believe it was down here. Usually come from the Message Center client. We usually see it from Client Services, but this one was from there. So very interesting stuff. A lot of updates here in today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, smash thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. Oh, yeah, and real quick. So me and Jennifer was talking, and we're going to set up a live stream to get Jennifer on the channel. That's right. So that will be coming. We talked about it to possibly happen once Clifton responds back, and whether he emails her those questions and answers back, or they update the website with the Q&A on there, and me and her will probably live stream together and talk about these questions and give thoughts and opinions. And that way you all can meet Jennifer and see her here on the channel as well, because she has had a lot of great input, and she has worked really hard getting in touch with Clifton, putting this 5-page document together to submit him the questions. And a lot of the community actually wants to get to meet her in a sense. So that's what we're going to accomplish with the live stream when we get this questions out and answered. And hopefully we'll have some great answers come out of these questions. So catch you on next video, guys. Peace.